This lesson is on evaluating expressions with exponents. You want to know the value of the expression 2x to the third y when x equals -2 and y equals 3. So I'm going to first substitute in my numbers for the variables. So I have 2 parentheses x, which is -2 to the third power, times y, which is 3. Now I have 2, and I'm going to do my exponents first. -2 to the third power is -8 times 3. Now, just because it's multiplication, I can multiply straight across. 2 times -18 is -16, and -16 times 3 is -48. What's the value of the expression 1/2 xy squared when x is 4 and y is -2? I'm going to start by substituting. So I have 1/2, 4, and then parentheses, -2 squared. It's always good to use parentheses when you're substituting to make sure you're keeping the negative. I'm going to start with my exponents. So I have 1/2, 4. Now I have -2 to the second power. That's -2 times -2, which is a positive 4. Now, just because it's multiplication, I can multiply across. 1/2 times 4 is 2, and 2 times 4 is 8. If a equals 3 and b equals -1, what's the value of ab minus b squared? So I'm going to substitute first. So I have 3 parentheses and -1 in parentheses minus parentheses b, which is -1 squared. I'm going to do my exponents first. So I have 3 and the -1 stay. My minus sign comes down. -1 squared is -1 times -1, which is a positive 1. 3 times -1 is -3, and -3 minus 1 is -4. If t equals -3, then 3t squared plus 5t plus 6 is equal to what? So now I only have one variable to substitute. So I have 3 parentheses -3 squared plus 5 parentheses -3 plus 6. Exponents first. -3 squared is 9 plus 5 times -3 plus 6. 2 multiplications to do, so I do them from left to right. 3 times 9 is 27. 5 times -3 is -15, and plus 6 comes down. 27 minus 15 is 12, and then 12 plus 6 is 18. If x equals 2 and y equals -3, what's the value of 2x squared minus 3xy minus 2y squared? So substitute in. When you're substituting in, just make sure you're always substituting in the correct number. So I have 2 parentheses 2 squared minus 3 parentheses 2 parentheses -3 minus 2 parentheses -3 squared. My exponents first, so I have 2 times 4. I'm going to bring everything else down. Minus 3 parentheses 2 parentheses -3 minus 2 times -3 squared is 9. So now I do my multiplication. 2 times 4 is 8. -3 times 2 is -6 times -3 is a positive 18, and then -2 times 9 is -18. 18 plus 8 is 26, and 26 minus 18 is 8. If x equals negative 3, what's the value of the absolute value of x minus 4 minus x squared? So I'm going to substitute in. Even though I'm substituting into the absolute value, I'm still going to use parentheses. So I have negative 3 minus 4, and then minus x squared. But I'm going to substitute in and make this another negative 3. I'm going to do my parentheses, which is my absolute value first. So negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7. So I have the absolute value of negative 7 minus negative 3 squared. The absolute value of negative 7 is 7. So 7 minus negative 3 squared. Now I'm going to do my exponents. So I have 7 minus negative 3 squared is positive 9. And then 7 minus 9 is negative 2.